Now, I need everybody to take your cell phones and your keys out of your pockets and handbags and hold them in the air.
Hey folks, it's the Blind Guy here coming back at you with another Should You Watch episode where we take a look at movies that are post 1980 and I let you know whether I think they're worth watching or not. On this episode, we're taking a look at 2006's Inside Man starring Denzel Washington. I had not heard of this movie and then I saw the cast and it's Denzel Washington, William Dafoe, Christopher Plummer, Jodie Foster. It's got quite a few big name actors in it, so I thought, well, it must be worth checking out at least. So I streamed it last night on Amazon Prime. If you want to watch it, the link is in the description below. It is free right now to stream. And I have some mixed feelings about this movie. I think overall it's worth watching. Now, is it as good as 2007's Flawless? No. In my opinion, it is not. The premise of the movie is some gentlemen and a lady have robbed a bank, or they have actually occupied a bank with hostages, and they have themselves a nifty little scheme of getting out and never getting caught. I won't spoil anything for it, but that's the premise of the movie. And Denzel Washington is a negotiator, hostage negotiator, a detective who has a bit of a checkered past, and he's brought in to try and work things out with these bank robbers, bank occupiers. I'm not sure what you'd really call it. It does have some funnier dialogue in it. That's kind of fun. Not super believable at times, but it can be funny. The plot is decent for a bank heist movie, but I just feel like it's just missing something. And I think part of the problem is it gets a little convoluted. And to be honest, Jodie Foster's character really should have never been included in the movie. I think she makes it far more complex, and I think she's a bit of a cheeseball character. I don't think she's believable at all, and so she detracted from the movie, unfortunately. I think if it had been a bit more straightforward of a bank heist movie, it'd be good. I think it's better than Dog Day Afternoon, to be honest, and probably not as good as Flawless. So falls in between there. The acting's fairly good. Denzel Washington always seems to play the exact same character, in my opinion. He's the coach from Remember the Titans. He just has a little more edge this time than he did in that movie. I don't find him to be a super versatile actor myself. Let me know in the comments below just how wrong I am about that, but that's my opinion. So he's not my favorite, but he's all right in this movie. It's interesting, though, the Foley artist who did the sound for the movie, every time Denzel Washington, he has like a shaved head. Every time he scratches his head, there's like a really unbelievable, almost sandpapery sound that they've added in just, I guess, for context. But it's just funny how they make it sound like scratching his head's way louder than it should be. But I digress down a rabbit trail, but that's something I noticed while watching it. These movies are always interesting because they seem to really glorify robbing a bank, which is, in my mind, a bit interesting. I guess it's kind of like mafia movies glorify being in the mob and hitting, putting a hit on people and things like that, or putting a hit out on people. So I'm not going to get too far down that road, but I just think it's always interesting to me how they always make the bank robbers look super cool and everything like that. And they're always doing it for a good cause in the end. So I don't know what to think of that. But other than that, it's a neat movie, and it's got some shaky cam stuff, which you guys know I don't like. But if you're not bothered by that, then you should definitely check it out. It's just not my thing. So overall, I would probably give it a 6.8, 6.9. It's right around that threshold of 7.0. Not something I would ever buy. But in a year or so, if somebody wanted to watch it, I'd sit down and watch it again. I just won't watch it again very recent, in the near future, because it was okay. It was all right. So those are my thoughts on Inside Man, now streaming on Amazon Prime. If you want to support the channel, follow the link in the description below. Even if you follow that link and buy something else on Amazon, I get support that way. So if that's something you want to do, please do. And if you want to support or sponsor an upcoming video, please send me an email using the email address in the description, and we can coordinate, and I can tell you what you can do to help to support the channel. things are growing along nicely, so I really appreciate you guys with all your support, your subscriptions, your comments. I do this for fun, but it makes it a lot more fun when people are watching the videos. So thank you guys so much for all that. And there you go. That's my review of Inside Man from 2006, starring Denzel Washington. I'll see you on the next episode of A Blind Guy's View. Laters on the Menjay.
Laters on the Menjay.